to know all the details about this recipe, follow me and I would love to guide you step by step for you to have the most amazing, creamy, delicious beans for you to share with the people that you love the most. Okay, for our ingredients, we need some culinary beans that we've already soaked overnight. No more than 12 hours, very important, otherwise we're gonna have a little bit of a gassy problem. We don't want that. We need some bacon, some onions, cumin, oregano, bay leaves, tomato paste, or if you have some tomato puree, salt, garlic, and at the end a little bit of olive oil, why not? And that's it. Okay, we could have here two possible routes to start. One is you either previously cook your beans and you have them ready if you're in a rush, or you can do this other route, which is you first do all of your saute, and when everything is ready and sauté, then you add your raw beans and then you cook all together. So that's the other route. I am going to use the second route because I have time, believe it or not. So let's go with that. In my pot, I am going to add my bacon. First, in my pot I have nothing. I do not have any oil, okay? And the reason why I am doing that is because I would like to render the fat of the bacon. This will be the fat for my beans, which is very, very important. This will add a lot of flavor. So let's work the bacon first in medium to low heat to start. Once again, you do not want to make your bacon crispy. You don't want to have like a super hard thing, you know, when you eat your creamy beans. You want this to be part of the creaminess of the beans. This will take a little bit of time, but believe me, it is totally worth it. We started on a very dry pot, and this is the release of the fat of the bacon. Once again, I am not looking too crispy, you know, to make this bacon crispy. I'm just rendering the fat because on this same pot, I am going to saute the onion. But this is just, you know, going to bring so much flavor to our beans. Okay, now that the fat of my bacon, look at this beautiful. Look at all the fat, see? Here, I mean, all of this is where we are going to cook now our onions that are small dice. So we do not need to add more oil or any other kind of fat because we have more than plenty, right? So here, we are going to saute our onions. I would like to give you a couple of tips here. Now that we are sauteing the onions with the bacon, it is very, very important for you, first of all, not to crank the heat up because we do not want, once again, to make the bacon super crispy. Number two, we do not want to burn the onions. And number three, you don't want to rush it to the point that the onions are still raw. So take your time, have fun, breathe, enjoy, inhale your bacon and onion, you know, because the smell is absolutely delicious. And enjoy the process, you know. This is something that definitely will be incredible. And once you see that your onions are almost there, then is when you really want to add your garlic. Some people actually say, no, I don't like to add onions to my food because they upset my stomach. Of course they are going to upset your stomach if they are not properly cooked, right? So just give it some time, let it cook the way that they're supposed to, and then you will have a really nice moment and everybody. So our onions are looking good with our bacon, and now I am going to add my garlic, which I already have in hand. Remember that we've talked about this. It's very important to have garlic around my refrigerator. And with my garlic, I am going to give it just a quick saute, because remember, garlic really goes quickly, you know, on the heat. It cooks very, very fast. And I don't want my garlic to burn, because otherwise it develops that bitter taste that is not very pleasant, as we all know. Now that my onions, my bacon, and my garlic are here, I am going to add some cumin, because note to yourself, cumin and bacon are very best friends. And my bay leaves. Okay. And here, I am going to add my beans that we soaked. Okay. And I changed the water, because you do not want to use the same water that they've been soaking in. And now I am going to bring this to a boil. And before I forget, I am going to add my tomato paste. Once again, if you're using tomato puree or fresh tomato, you add it in your saute. But since I am using tomato paste, I am using it right now. I am going to lower the temperature, and carefully I am going to side cover it, so then I can start removing the foam that it could start forming or not. It depends on how you treated your beans. So it's all about observing your ingredients. So let's see how these react. You might have noticed that I haven't incorporated any salt, and I am not going to until the almost end, because the bacon has a lot of salt. So I don't want to over salt it, my beans. And that's something that you can always adjust towards the end, right? And I am going to add just a little bit of oregano, but not much, because I really like to add that touch, you know, towards the end, because it's like you have them, you know, just there. I am leaving this space here. This is important. And they are on medium low, and they are going to be cooking there for about 45 minutes or so. Let's see how they do, and then we'll check. Okay, let's look at these beans. Ooh la la, looking good. Look at these. Look at these beautiful beans. See, all the liquid has been absorbed. Smells good. From the aroma, I can tell they need a little bit more of salt. To my eye, they look cooked, but still, you know, let's taste. Tender for sure. I think they need a little bit more of salt. See, this is the time to add the salt. Okay, my friends, the time of the truth. Let's see it and let's taste it. Ooh la la, look at these. Pretty. Oh, look at these. They look definite. This is the right consistency. Oh my God, look. See, the beans are definitely cooked. You can see the creaminess. See, there are some that are whole. I mean, most of them are whole, but some just broke a little bit. So that is where the creaminess is coming from. The water has been absorbed. You can see the bacon there. I mean, smells absolutely delicious. You have, you can see like the little bits of the bacon. You can see the beans. It has a beautiful color. I mean, this is like absolutely looking good, smelling absolutely delicious. This could be just like a full meal if you eat it by itself. In Peru, as you could or might imagine, we eat it with rice because of course in Peru our garlicky rice is a must. So the beans just melt. They just melt in your mouth. The level of salt, I added a little bit of salt, but just a tiny touch. It is absolutely delicious. Once again, a couple of things to wrap it up. Now that they are ready, you have two options. One, to enjoy it right away. Two, once they cool down, you can totally store them in your freezer, and then you can have them ready for whenever you want. So then whenever you want to enjoy your beans, you don't have to start from scratch, right? And once again, this is another perfect excuse to gather, to tell your friends, come on, let's make this recipe, you know? Go find your Peruvian beans, your canary beans, have the most amazing experience, and remember, use your secret weapon, use your love, because it's for free, my friends, okay? And it lives within your heart. So once again, thank you so much for watching. Lots of kisses to all of you, and see you soon.